Season 7 of Young Sheldon ultimately reveals George's predetermined fate. Even though he had a bad rep on The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon's dad is now one of the show's strongest points in the family comedy drama. George in Young Sheldon's telling is the model of a doting parent, in contrast to Mary and Sheldon's portrayal of him in the nerd-centric sitcom. The Cooper patriarch's importance to the offshoot's prosperity makes the many story errors that resulted from this worthwhile. The Big Bang Theory canon is the driving force behind Young Sheldon's demise. Despite the fact that the prequel is still the most popular comedy on network TV, CBS is unable to air it due to the set timeline. Because the program had to end in a much shorter year, certain plots were either rushed through or scrapped entirely, which further added fuel to the fire of the show's cancellation. The retelling of George's infidelity scandal by Young Sheldon is one such narrative that must be heard. It is unfortunate that his demise is inevitable. Episodes 11 and 12 of Young Sheldon's 7th season, A Little Snip and Teaching Old Dogs, and A New Home and a Traditional Texas Torture, will air consecutively on CBS before the special hour-long farewell to the Coopers. Although the Cooper family's transformation serves as a subtle but noticeable precursor to the show's impending conclusion, the doubleheader begins as scheduled. The death of George, which occurs in the most heartbreaking way imaginable, is arguably the most important plot point in both trips. On both occasions, Sheldon's dad is incredibly busy. After Mary is suddenly sick with baby fever in the first half, George secretly gets a vasectomy. Within the next 30 minutes, he receives a job offer from Rice. Accepting it would force him and his family to relocate to Houston. George gets another heart attack, and this time he doesn't survive. The Cooper patriarch doesn't get the chance to take advantage of it. George experienced a handful of mini heart attacks while he was at Young Sheldon. Still, he managed to emerge from each incident unharmed. That isn't going to work this time, unfortunately. The Coopers received the heartbreaking news from his friends and colleagues at Medford High School. In all candor, Sheldon's account of his father's life on The Big Bang Theory hinted at his death being the result of difficulties stemming from his unhealthy behaviors. Even George's impending heart attack was alluded to in Georgie and Mandy's wedding. It breaks my heart to watch it happen regardless of these. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is the name of the new spin-off that will carry on the Coopers' journey in Texas prior to the launch of Season 7 of Young Sheldon. Following the events of the parent series, this spotlight will shift to the couple as they adjust to parenthood and deal with their romance. Since the program happens after George's death, this compelled Young Sheldon to bring it up in the context of the timeline. If CBS had ended the prequel right before tragedy happened, the family would still be together and the show might have ended on a high note.